Hey guys, it's Layla Tisha coming at you with another great video. Now today's topic is how do you cope with stress? How do you cope with dealing with something that is so stressful, right? What do you do? What do you do? Do you fall into the deep dark levels of despair and distress, or do you figure out a new coping mechanism, and do you just kind of like keep your mindset clear, straight, that this too shall pass, right? Now, many of you know that I've been off the grid for about 5 months dealing with my own personal health care, right? And so at that time, when the universe says sit down, guess what? Sometimes you just have to sit down, right? And you have to just say, okay, it's my time to sit down. It's my time to actually really do some serious self care for myself, right? But during this process, right, I was really kind of stressed out, right? And I'm just trying to say, since I'm not able to, I'm doing self care, so my focus was myself. And remember, in life, self care is not being selfish. There's nothing wrong with taking time for yourself. It is okay. So a lot of people have a hard time with this, but guess what? It's okay, right? So I sat down and I said, what am I going to do? Because I'm a very creative person. I need to do something, right? And so during times of my high levels of stress, I decided that I'm going to do something that's creative, something that I can express myself. And so one of the things that I did during my time of dealing with my own health care, I decided that I was going to try and do painting as a way to relieve stress, as a way to create, and as a way to just be free and to give to myself, right? So what I did was I didn't really wasn't a painter, so I'm not a drawer, I'm not an artist. So I'm like, how am I gonna freaking paint when I'm not even no artist. This is not what I do. Yeah, of course I do make jewelry, but that's a different type of artist. It's like I'm taking beads and I'm making something beautiful out of beads, right? Which is very different than actually drawing on paper or on a canvas, right? So what I found was that over the last 5 months, I would do a painting a month, and it was really very therapeutic to me because when I did it with intention, and there was always a theme behind what I did. So what I want to do with this video is show you some things that I did to help me cope with my stress dealing with the healthcare, right? So the first painting I did was very powerful. It's my first one, and it really, I would say, it was an okay job. The first one is this one here. Now, this one here, I'll bring it closer to you guys. So this is my very first one, and you can see that I have Black Queen on there. Now, the reason why I chose to put those words is because I had to remind myself that I was a queen, right? And even though I was sitting down, right? Sitting down because I was dealing with my health care, I'm a queen, and I'm a queen, and therefore I am great, right? My greatness doesn't stop because I'm sitting down, right? The next one I did was my favorite of them all is this one. Now I bring it closer to you so you can see it. You see that? And so you see this little bottle of flowers, and I actually kind of made all my colors and I drew this myself. But the word on this I chose was inspire, because you know what? I realized that during my time of stress, that this painting, this coping mechanism was inspiring me to keep going, and to keep managing my mindset so that I did not fall in that very dark valley, because it's so easy to do, right? Now, the third one is I was still on this like word theme and really trying to give myself a lot of encouragement. And so this one here is very abstract. But this one here, another favorite, you can see it says live, right? So if you're dealing with like a health scare, right, and you're uncertain, the one thing that you never want to forget to do is to live. So again, I was very intentional with the word that I chose on this painting, because you have to live, right? Through all else, you must live, right? Now, sticking up with the king theory is like I always want to like I make jewelry, and I make a lot of jewelry for men because I love my men. I just love my men, right? And so I couldn't do a painting without honoring a man, right? So this one is I am king. I am king. And I laugh and joke that I try to give him some abs. And again, I love this king doesn't have to be perfect to be great, but to me, this is like a great representation of what I think all men are, especially black men. We are kings, right? They're kings. And finally, the last painting is just really a fun painting. Fun painting, you know, maybe you're out with your friend, your loved one, and you're just kind of sipping on wine and sipping on champagne, and you're kind of together. And so this one was really like, you know, after your trauma, after your scare, that again, there is time for fun and enjoyment. So with dealing with this scare, right, it's very important to find a way to cope. And how do you do that? Some people, they exercise. Some people bake. Some people paint or draw. Some people journal. Some people sing. Whatever it is, please, please make sure that you find a way to cope with any situation that causes you any distress. Because when you don't find ways to cope, you will fall into the valley of doom, and right, and we are not about that. We're about keeping our minds elevated so that we can always win. Hope you enjoyed this video.